Not all drugs are good. Some are wonderful, like Cdawg's favorite anime. It is a trip. A lot of you may not know this, but it's not really the anime you think it is. It's JoJo! Everyone knows it's JoJo!
I know I'm a man of the Lord Araki.
And with that goes my retention. Great! It's your favorite child soldier / anime fan research, and welcome to my new series, Spicy Favorites, where I talk about big boy and girl anitubers' actual favorite anime. This week's entry is the voice acting legend, Mr. Cdawgva. Got any other anitubers you'd like to see featured? Smash that like button and comment them below. So draw out your stands and let's begin our bizarre adventure. Now, for anyone new to JoJo, I get it. You've seen the memes about weird tongue licks, these guys, and I'm not even gonna get into that. From outside the fan base, all this seems weird, but guess what? It's still fucking weird even on the inside. But that's the thing about JoJo. It makes you embrace how weird it is, but I'm getting ahead of myself. The show is called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and Araki, the never-aging author, isn't some starving YouTuber. He doesn't clickbait his readers. When he says that shit is gonna be weird, it is gonna be weird. I tried 3 times to get into JoJo before it clicked, but I can't imagine a reality where I don't violently shout every single time I beat my knee. JoJo is mostly about one family, the Joestar bloodline, and their fight against evil, such as a vampire that kills dogs and hookers, flamboyant ancient Aztec superhumans, a guy who uses his pussy cat to blow people up and finger his mouth a lot, and this one's a hard one, the leader of the Italian mafia that uses frogs like cell phones. The anime has 6 parts, but these parts are all one continuous story. The MC will change with each part, but characters from previous parts maintain great importance in the overall story, which is why you can't fucking skip. This isn't the hub, G. You can't just skip to your favorite position. I never thought I'd have to say this, but start from the beginning. When I started this for the first time, I remember thinking that some government must have been trying to shut down Kiss Anime for the millionth time. That's why it was messing up the anime titles again. This is JoJo? Nah, this is Joe Biden. Because of how boring it was. The story starts off in 1868 England with the rich George Joestar and his son Jonathan, who after being helped by Dario Brando decide to adopt his son Dio. Dio easily steals the show from here on out. He is evil and sick. He kills their dog, steals Jojo's girl, poisons Jojo's dad, and hates the Joestar family for having all that wealth when he grew up poor with an alcoholic, abusive father. And you know, I kinda get where he's coming from. Not the dad part. I said not the fucking dad part! I think a lot of people don't like part 1 too much, not because it's bad or boring. It's just underwhelming. At this point, convincing a normal person to watch JoJo would be a lot like doing anal with your girl. Y'all can start it, but they definitely won't finish it. You see all these weird memes and insane fights from later parts as the JoJo community constantly spams, and you think part 1 is gonna start off that way. It doesn't, but that's not a bad thing. Just remember to watch it for what it is, not what you want it to be. This is a lot of people's favorite part. The author took everything from part 1 that made it kinda sucky and massively improved on it. The MC this time isn't some goody two-shoes who lives for honor and justice. Now he's a funny, entertaining American Chad who wrecks assholes, pause, regardless of whether they're cops or not. Joseph is hilarious. He'll pull out guns in the middle of fights.
Yep, he definitely is American.
And deadass run away from a fight he knows he can't win. Does this part have stands yet? Nope, just Hamon, an ancient form of controlled breathing that lets a user manipulate. Okay. It lets you do this. I'm getting excited. The villains this time are the ancient Pillarmen, Aztec superhumans who apparently don't need to use doors. They're looking for a red stone that will transform them into the... Fine. Their theme song goes really hard. This is where the real JoJo begins. Stans, English, memes, this. It's in part 3 that JoJo truly becomes bizarre. Dio is back and forces the whole Joestar bloodline to awaken Stans. Stans are these entities that manifest depending on the user's psyche and come with a variety of abilities. But for this part, they mostly just punch super fast. The MC's mom is too weak to manifest her Stan properly, so it starts killing her. So the team has to go to Egypt and stop Dio. The main character this time is Jotaro, a cool, stoic Japanese high schooler?
College. Yeah, I'm 13.
This man just radiates Clint Eastwood energy. One of the coolest to ever do it. Their trip to Egypt is filled with pedo orangutans, fighting the sun, feeding demon babies their own poo, and games where the loser gets their soul sucked. You're not like that, fam. Araki's editor convinced him to base this part in Egypt because he knew everything there was to know about Egypt. So you get to learn a lot of interesting facts about their culture. This part mostly follows a villain of the week format, so it can get dull at times, since most of it is just the squad fighting duo's borderline limitless henchmen. But then I remember that this part was published in 1989, pre-TikTok, pre-YouTube, pre-Facebook. People didn't have constant distractions back then, so the villain of the week format thrived, and you would pick up a chapter at any point in the story and finish the self-contained story at any time. If you try this right now though, your manga is gonna get cancelled faster than a non-PC stand-up special on Twitter. Dio as a villain, however, feels really threatening because they really build him up through the whole story as the final boss. Favorite part, best part ever made, peak fiction, no debate. Next, part 5. Okay. I love this part because of too many things to list here, but my top 3 are the main villain, Kira Yoshikage, the creative and innovative power system, and third, the sound design, animation, and music. Araki is always evolving with each part, and in this one, he introduces the most interesting stand powers yet. The hand erases everything it touches, including space. Crazy Diamond can restore objects and organisms back to their raw form. Heaven's Door can turn anyone into a book and allows the user to write commands on them. The fights are so much more interesting because they use the S word, strategy. Okay, about Kira. I fuck with him so much that I won't rob you of experiencing him unspoiled, so I'll do my best to keep it vague. His design is memorable and sick, but it's his voice actor that cemented him as one of my top anime antagonists, Toshiyuki Morikawa. He's voiced Bondrewd, Minato, and Griffith. All these characters have an air of polite kindness to them, but are all blood-chilling monsters in their own right. Kira's motivation is also so ridiculously simple, it's just perfect. David Productions sound designers are such unsung heroes. All the stands in JoJo have such unique sounds that contribute to their characters, and it's the same studio that did Fire Force, which also has blazing sound design. Please just watch part 4 already. Okay, from a story perspective, this is the best writing Araki has done this far. The story wastes no time, there is no pacing issues, and everything was handled great. This part takes place in it. Okay, bruh, I'm not gonna ignore why they're all dressed like that. It's zesty, sus, whatever you wanna call it, but it mostly comes from the author's love for fashion and music. Because some of the outfits and poses are just references to old fashion magazines and models, but it also comes from his book. Yes, I've read his book, Manga in Theory and Practice. I can't find the exact pages, and fuck me, I'm not gonna reread the whole fucking book. But he basically argues that nowadays you don't really need pretty female characters in manga, and that you can even have pretty men. Yup, just pretty men. Now I can see why Cdawg likes this so much. You don't even need eye candy female characters, which is interesting. The MC this time wants to join the mob and become a good gangster and restore value to the corrupt Italian mafia, like getting rid of drugs in his neighborhood and stuff like that. Yup, these guys want to become like these guys, just like these guys are supposed to be them. The squad Jono joins is pretty wild, and they're all basically killers, which was sick. Nice! Now the part 6 anime isn't really complete at the time of making this, so I'm not gonna cover it in this video. Share the video around with your friends. What's your favorite JoJo part and why? Also, don't forget to comment who you'd like to see featured on the next episode of Spicy Favorites. It's been your favorite child soldier heading for battle. See ya!